What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beautiful Kinks, and I am bringing you another story time. Okay, this story time is going to be all about how I caught 2 cheaters in 1 stone, honey. Okay, listen, the universe was on my side. Okay, not really, but really. Let me explain. Before I get into the story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss another upload. And yes, let's get into it. Okay, so this was about I don't want to tell no age or no year because I feel like people gonna know who I'm talking about. Okay, we're not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna tell y'all the story. So I was dating this guy, and it was a fresh relationship. Like, we were dating for like about, I want to say almost a year at this point. So it was probably a good like 8 or 9 months, something like that. And we were dating, everything was okay, whatever. And I ended up having to take a family trip. I was gonna be gone for a few days, maybe like 3 days, something like that. So I let him know, I'm not gonna be around, whatever. Why did I do that? Why did I tell this man that I was gonna be gone for 3 days, for a weekend? Why did I tell him that? I don't know. But I thought I was doing the wholesome thing. I thought I was doing the girlfriend thing and letting him know and communicating. He wasn't ready for none of that. He couldn't handle it. But anyway, so I told him, like, yeah, I'm going on a family trip. It's gonna be brief. It's gonna be quick, whatever. And I will see you when I get back. And it was cool. He was like, all right, have a good time, babe. It's all good, whatever. So I should have known this. So he had a friend, okay? And I felt like it was something more to it than what he was leading on. But I just let it be what it was. And this was like my first situation dealing with a guy who claimed that they had a friend or it was a close friend. This is why I don't trust that, oh, she just my friend situation, or she like my sister. No, I don't trust none of that. But I digress. So I'm gonna call her Shay, and then I'm gonna call him Aaron. Okay, so Shay and Aaron go back apparently some years. So I was just like, okay, there's no way. If you a good looking dude, she a good looking girl, whatever. It's more to the story that you're not telling me, but it's cool. I wouldn't expect you to tell me no way because I'm your girlfriend and you trying to keep me. So whatever. But I know my intuition never leads me wrong. So I wasn't thinking about that at this point because the relationship was cool. It was good. Mind you, I've never met Shay. I've never met her. I've only heard of her through him, and like the stories he would tell me or something like that, or how they became friends or whatever. So I thought it was kind of strange that somebody you call yourself close to, who was a close friend or whatever, that I never met. At this point, we were good. The relationship was okay, whatever. And I was like head over heels for this dude. I really was. I don't know. I just thought he was more than what he was. I thought he was something that he wasn't. And looking back on it now, it was definitely insightful, and it was definitely, the signs were kind of like, but I knew at that point I just wanted to be loved. I just wanted to be, somebody's special somebody. When I get back, I don't remember how soon. I think I probably seen him the day after I got back. So I went over there, we chill or whatever, and I'm chilling in the room. We both were chilling in the room, and he decides like he wants to go take a shower. I think he had just got off work, or I can't remember why I don't know, but he decided he wanted to go take a shower. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm still in the room, and I realized he left his phone in the room. He never was the type to like take his phone everywhere he went, unless he was like, if he went to go in the kitchen to cook, or he was doing something in the kitchen for a decent amount of time, he would take his phone. But it was never like, everywhere I go, I'm taking my phone with me. It just wasn't like that. So, and I've never like went through anybody's phone. And something just came over me, which I know what it was. It was the universe. It was God. Okay, because I don't know. It just came over me. And something just told me to check his phone. Oh, wait. I forgot a step. Wait. Wait. Before we get there. There was another part that I left out. Okay. I'm trying to remember this as I'm telling it, so bear with me. But before the shower thing, I think he asked me to go to the store and get something from like a Walgreens or something. Gave me the card. I don't have the pen. I forgot to ask for the pen. So I text him like, what's your pen? He texts it to me. and the pen was $19.20. I was like, okay, cool, that's simple enough. I come back, I give him the stuff, here your card, whatever. So now he's like, I'm about to take a shower. I'm like, cool. Something came over me, like I said, and it told me to check his phone. So he's in the shower. The door is kind of cracked. It's not open, but it's open a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I know he don't take long showers, so I got like a good 10-minute window for this. Like, okay, hurry up. So I'm like, okay, what is the password? What is the password? I tried something, don't work. This was back when iPhone only had the 4-digit password code thing, so it was only like 4 numbers. So I'm like, okay, let me try this combo. Let me try that combo. I tried my birthday. I tried his birthday. I tried his mama's birthday. I don't know. I was just trying random stuff, holidays, whatever. So dates that I felt like might have been specific to him. So then nothing would work. So then I was like, something came over me. It was like, his PIN. His debit card PIN number is the password. And I was like, oh my God. And I got scared, y'all. I started shaking. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking like this. And I was like, okay. And I just did it. 1920. That phone lit up, opened up. I was like, oh my God, it worked. I was freaking out. I was happy, but I was scared at the same time. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that worked. And I'm like, and at the same time, I'm like, dudes are so slow, so simple. Like, okay, I guess. But so I'll go through the phone and I go straight to the text messages. Like, I didn't care about nothing else. He wasn't a social media type of dude, so that wasn't my first thought to go check his social medias or nothing. This was before the whole DM thing was popping. This was before all of that. So I was like, my first thought not to go to social media because he don't really do social media. So I'm gonna go to his messages. Go to the messages. I see me. I see his mom. I see his brother, whatever. And like maybe like the third or fourth one down was old girl, Shay. So I click on her name. I click on it because I see like, I think what initially got me was like, I think I seen a heart or something. I'm like, what y'all talking about for you to be sending hearts? So I look, y'all, they have a thread that, number one, took place while I was gone, okay? Number two, it was hella inappropriate. For this to be your friend, and then for you to be with me, it's like have a girlfriend, this was so inappropriate. So I'll go through the messages, and all I see is, it was good seeing you. I'm glad you came through, or I'm glad you came over and came to see me, or something like that. And yeah, I was glad to see you. I'm, just letting me know that she was here while I was gone. And for how long, I don't know. Doing what, I don't know. But my mind, my wheels are spinning, and I'm like, basically this nigga, he was cheating on me. Like he waited till I left to cheat on me with her. So I'm just hurt. I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm seeing kissy faces and heart eyes and heart emojis. And immediately I saw red. I saw black. I wanted to fight. I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to go in that shower and do something. I wanted to I don't know. I wanted to do something. But I was like, okay, how do I want to play this? How do I want to do this? Because if I say something that he gonna know I went in his phone, it may not go the way I want it to go. So do I want to ambush him with it, or do I want to come straight up like, what the is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know. So I'm over here trying to strategize and stuff. I've never been cheated on to my knowledge. So now I'm seeing physical proof that something happened or something took place that was inappropriate, and I don't know how to handle it. So I'm like, what do I want to do? How do I want to handle it? So I wait until he get out the shower. So I'm like, okay. And immediately I'm trying to act like I'm calm, cool, collected. But he sensed that something's wrong. He sensed that I got a little attitude or something. I was asking him questions to see what he was gonna say. I'm like, yeah, so what you do, what you get into while I was gone, whatever. I didn't make it obvious, but the conversation kind of flowed like that. And he was just like, oh, I ain't doing that, chill, whatever. Not once did this man mention her name. If this is supposed to be your friend, oh, me and so-and-so linked up, oh, we went out for drinks or whatever, we, chopped it up. It would be that and done. He never mentioned her name. So that set me on fire. I was on edge because I'm like, you hiding it from me. Like, wow, okay. I thought you were different, but you're not. So, girl, I couldn't hold it no more. I couldn't contain it. I was done with the questions. I came straight up, and he was in the kitchen about to eat. And I went off. I was like, who the is this? Why you da 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 da? You, this what you doing to me while I'm gone? This what you do? This what you do? I don't remember exactly everything I said, but I went off, and he was just so shocked. He didn't know what to say, and he was just like, no, it wasn't, no, da 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 da. I don't even remember him even like defending himself really. He just didn't know what, he was stuck. It was kind of like, and then I think it kind of happened like, you went through my phone. He tried to play that card. You went through my phone. We ain't got no trust. Da 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 da. I'm like, nah. You ain't finna do that. No. You finna tell me what was what and what's happening. And I went in. I was like throwing stuff. I think I like, you know, whatever. I don't care about none of this. I threw his phone. I left. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done with you. I never got the truth, and my intuition never lies. So I just put 2 and 2 together, and I was just like, you cheated. And whether you want to deny it or not, the evidence is right there. So you can't explain it. I'll just make sense of it for myself. Whatever. And yeah, long story short, I think I stayed with him probably like maybe another week or so, but I wasn't really over that like that. Just because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to break up. I didn't know if I wanted to stay with him. So I just took some time, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay to myself. I gotta figure this out. And then eventually I just came to terms that I can't trust you. I can't trust you. I gotta move around. It was gonna be our 1-year anniversary, and I didn't want to do it like that, but it just, circumstances and the time, it just kind of happened that way. And I just told him like, we need to talk. He knew what that meant. He was coming off sad about the breakup, but he didn't fight for me. And I was just like, okay, well, whatever. You letting me walk out. You saying that you understand, and you just gonna let me leave. Okay, whatever. And that was that, you know. It took me a while to like date again. Not too long, but a little less than a year before I started dating again. But yeah, we don't have any bad blood or anything like that. I wish him well. It was years ago now. I was young. I was in my early 20s when this happened. So, okay. Fast forward, I get into a new relationship, and things are cool, whatever. Things are great actually. Like they were really good. We enjoyed each other. We had a good time. You know, he showed me things that I've never experienced, and we did things together and had fun. We just had fun. And we were starting to get a little rocky a little bit. I had found out something that really upset me. It wasn't, at the time, I didn't feel it was enough to walk away, which now that I'm thinking about it, it was enough to walk away. So we were still rocking, whatever, and I don't know, the vibe was just off. I forget what we were arguing about that night. We were out at his family's house. We were drinking, we were talking and chilling, and then the vibe just took a left. I don't remember what we were arguing about or kind of like beefing about, and we were trying to like keep it discreet because we didn't want to involve his family. We didn't want everybody around us hearing us. So I was pissed, and I just kind of like I was off of him. I was just like, I ain't really feeling you, and I'm ready to go. But I couldn't leave because he drove. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just do me. I'm gonna chill over here, whatever. And his cousin comes to talk to me and stuff, and they like, oh, you know, he really cares about you. Y'all, whatever it is, y'all can work it out and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Y'all, I was crying and stuff. I'm like, this is my first time. I think this is my first time meeting this cousin. So I'm like, damn. But he was like saying so much stuff that I resonated with. And so I go over to him, try to reconcile. And he's still in his ways. He still want to be, you know, petty and be mad about something. So I'm like, man, whatever. So I was sitting on his lap at that point, and we were kind of talking. And then things just kind of, we didn't resolve it, but it didn't escalate. He's like maybe like, I want to say 2 feet. Yeah, he's like probably like 2 feet in front of me. And I'm over here kind of, you know, chilling, I'm sipping my drink, and he's sipping his drink over there chilling in the chair. And I think he was talking to his cousin or something. His cousin was kind of back and forth. So I happened to see him put in his password to his phone, because something to me just didn't feel right. It was just like my intuition again. It just didn't feel right. And I was just like, and I wasn't planning to like look at his phone, look through his phone or his password or anything like that. It just happened. But something told me to just like look over at him at that time. When I looked, he kind of like put his password in. I think the first time he put it in, he messed it up, and then he put it in again. And I'm a little tipsy at this point. I don't remember the numbers. I just remember which buttons were lighting up. And this was back when iPhone only had the 4 pin. And I don't know how, but as tipsy as I was, I memorized the way those numbers lit up. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna wait till later tonight when he go to sleep, and I'm gonna go through his phone. So lo and behold, he had enough to drink and he was out for the night. So I'm laying there, I'm like, okay, he's asleep, he's snoring hard. So I'm like, yeah, he ain't getting up. And I pick up his phone and I'm trying to be as discreet as possible. So I get up out the bed, I ease my way on out the bed, and he's closest to the door. So I have to like back off the foot of the bed and then go around the bed. His phone is next to him on the charger. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do this with ease. So I ease my way and I pick up the phone. I'm like, okay, cool. I snatch it off the charger. I think I go to the... No, I think I actually stayed in the room. I don't think I went to the bathroom because I felt like if I opened that door, he would hear it and he would know, so whatever, and he would wake up. So I'm like, I'm gonna just stay over here far in the corner with the phone. So I'm like, okay. And I remember the light. I remember the way the buttons lit up on the phone, and I just put it in. Y'all, guess what the password was? Guess what the pin was? Guess. 1920. I was like, I was done. I was like, okay, is this a coincidence, or are y'all men just out here just that dumb and just putting the basic password in? So I put it in, it worked, it opens up. I was like, wow. And now this dude, he was into social media. So I'm like, it's so much to search through, but the first thing I go through is the messages. Y'all, why did I do that? Why? It was for a good reason. I had a hunch. My intuition was telling me something that he wasn't going to tell me. So I had to find it on my own. But I hated the fact that I had to do it. But I'm glad that I did it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known anything. He would have took it to his grave. Just like the other stuff that he wasn't truthful about. I go through his messages and I go straight to this person that's in his life and he's consistently talking to. I go through their messages and y'all, everything from my baby and hard eyes and kissy faces and sex talk and all kind of stuff. And I'm just like, wow. Like, letting it be known that y'all had some sexual interactions. Y'all had some interactions that were very inappropriate. And which basically, he cheated. He was cheating with this person. And I was so hurt. I was hurt because it's like, you lied to me. You told me one thing and some stuff you didn't tell me. And I accepted you and I forgave you and I was willing to move forward with you. But you do this behind my back? Really? Really? So yeah, again, I was like, how do I want to play this? Do I want to wake him up now? I should have woke him up then and we should have been fighting it out, but it was late and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just wait. And I don't remember him ever like waking up. He claims that he's seen me looking through his phone, but I doubt it because I kept checking to make sure he wasn't up. I waited till the next day. It was, mind you, I really didn't sleep that night. I had to work the next morning. So I went to work with all this on my heart, all this on my mind, and I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do because I knew if I opened this can of worms, we were going to either break up or I was going to have to just deal with it if I decided to stay with him. Long story short, we had to talk. It was very hard. He tried to play it off like he knew that I was looking through his phone. He knew that I knew and all that stuff, but he was a manipulative person like that. So I don't really know what was the truth with him. I don't know if he knew or not, but I let it be known that I knew. Yeah, I was basically like ready to leave and he was begging and pleading and crying and please, 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 and I'm sorry and I was gonna tell you, and I'm like, what? Like, what? We were just, it was a mess. It was a hot mess. And now looking back on it, I know that the best thing for me at that time was to leave, but I didn't leave. And I should have, but I didn't. And it was definitely a lesson for sure. I ended up leaving eventually, but in that moment I didn't leave because it was a love like I never known, and it felt good, and I wanted to be loved, and we were doing things together that I've never done with anybody else, and we was experiencing life together, and I just didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to throw it away. And then I wanted to fight for my relationship because I didn't in the past. I gave up so easily in the past with a different person. And I just didn't want it to be the same thing. I wanted to actually try. It's all a lesson. Like, I've learned a lot since then and I'm still learning. So, but yeah, that is exactly how I caught 2 cheaters with 1 stone, aka the 1 stone being the same password, if you ain't catch on by now. But yeah, that is my story time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another upload, and comment below if you've had a similar situation, or if you kind of like dealt with the same thing where you figured out the password. Let me know what's going on with y'all. I want to know the tea. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.